face me in the light. They'll return, but I'll be stronger. God, I want to dream again. Take me where I've never been. I wanna go there. This time I'm not scared. Now I am unbreakable. It's unmistakable. No one can touch me. Nothing can stop me.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back. We are on the second day of the Bacchus Pro Gaming Series 2017 Summer Split. Drive your energy. We will be your shoutcasters for the second game. I am Vulcan, and joining with me is Iconic. So, Iconic, how was that feeling of that first game?
Oh, it was pretty intense, but you could kind of say that TME had it won by the first few minutes of the game. They already had the lead, and they pretty much dictated the way the game would go.
Yeah,
so ACA was just fighting back, trying to claw their way back into the game.
it's kind of weird that you'd expect that from the the first day itself, Marky was really well adapted with that Zaya, and they didn't ban it.
Yeah, but the thing is, even if you waste the ban on Zaya, Marky, an ADC playing right now at his peak, who can rival Zensho, has many other champions that he can run. Like, it's not, even if you ban Saya, there's still the Caitlyn, there's still other champions that he can run that are still top tier in this meta.
So guys, to run it off, I mean, we will still have to look at our schedule to see what's following up. We of course have the first match, which is still the continuation of Team Manila Eagles versus Asian Arena, followed by match 2, match 3 as follows. So it's pretty, after this match, look forward to Jenski Esports versus Acclaim Empire X.
Yeah, and then for match 3, we have Imperium Pro Team versus TNC as well. So we have a action-packed day for you guys, filled with high-level gameplay.
Wow, Team Manila Eagles standing at the first place so far in the standings. Perfect games so far for TME.
Yeah, and it's really hard for Action Arena right now because they are the newcomers to this summer split, and they're already off to a really bad start with 0-3.
It's about that they're actually tasting the real PGS experience firsthand from TME, who has been rebranded several times and now has an ADC roster changes, top laner JLC, and an ADC like Marky.
Yeah, but that's not to discount the fact that they also have former PGS players as well, like Luxuria coming back after a year from being relegated on Naga Esports, coming back now as the AD carry of Asian Arena. But that is not also to discount the fact that TME have really seasoned players as well, like JLC coming from War Gods and IPT now in TME. We have Trevor as well. They have been teammates before. Raux also, after a year hiatus, is back in the PGS. So a lot of new faces for Asian Arena, and a lot of familiar faces coming out from TME.
It's more of a mix and match.
Yeah.
So speaking of mix and match, we also are running the match and win promo. So what it is about, we will be showing you a code, reveal it in the locline itself. On a redeem a code, you have to guess the missing character, a number or a letter.
Yeah, so get ready for that.
So guys, moving on to the big and ban phase, the drafting phase. Asian Arena on the blue side, this time banning out the Lulu. Do you think by this time they should ban out some pull from Marky?
As I said earlier, even if you ban out the Saya, even though Marky has been performing exceptionally well, there are many other AD carries that can fill in that position, and I'm sure Marky is more than capable of running another ADC. But as we were talking about, that Saya is banned.
A Lulu and a Saya ban. It's kind of a really dual copy, you would see. I mean, the perfect matching pair, but that will be removed from TME. Asian Arena's drafting looks pretty much solid, focusing on the bottom lane, whereas TME going towards the mid and jungle.
Yeah, well, for TME, they actually ban out the Anivia, Elise, and Zac. So Zac has a 100% pick or ban rate right now because of how strong Zac's initiation capabilities are. Together with those changes at 7.10, this made him into a beast. So the Anivia ban is a respect ban onto ACO because ACO is probably one of the best Anivia players in the Philippines. Maybe up to par with IPT Light. So just the respect coming out from TME, and then we have Graga's first pick coming out from Asian Arena, leaving open the Galio, leaving open a lot of other priority picks. So it is a possible flex coming out from Asian Arena.
Very interesting to see the TME reveals their bottom lane duo, the confidence that they're already showing their cards. Karma and a Caitlyn, whereas for Asian Arena, will be trying and countering that with an Ezreal Nami pick.
Yeah, and as you're talking about, here's the Galio hover. Again, for me personally, in 7.10, I do believe that Galio has higher priority over the Gragas just because of how his global ultimate and how strong it is.
Not to mention his freaking passive, man. It's so strong. Not to mention his amount of crowd control he brings to a team fight. That disruptor. Not to mention the hero's entrance for the damage reduction is huge.
Yeah, but as you can see here, TME and Asian Arena are both actually flexing their picks because we have seen Galio go mid in the LCK. We've also seen Gragas go jungle and top. So they ban out the Fiora and Fizz just in case they want to open that Galio for JLC in the top lane, but they want to prevent these counter picks, that hard counter Galio. While for Asian Arena, they ban out the Jarvan, which is also a decent counter against the Gragas top lane. So again, we can't really tell right now, but if they do lock in this Sejuani, you can now tell that it's possibly a Sejuani jungle. Again, TME not showing much, it's not revealing their cards just yet. And this is very interesting. I mean, most of their picks are flex, as you said, Iconic. And for Asian Arena, we can already see who's be going to the top lane. Obviously, would be the Gragas top, as you mentioned, the mid lane TF. But we are seeing on TME's side for the last pick a Zed mid. So most probably we will be seeing a jungle Sejuani or a top Galio. Yeah, so the reason why they chose this Zed is because Zed is one of the best hard counters to Twisted Fate, because Twisted Fate doesn't have as much pressure as other mid laners in the first few levels of the game, which is exactly what the Zed needs as to get the levels to get the level 6 and then instantly kill the Twisted Fate with his first death mark. So again, really high level drafting coming out from both teams, but again, TME have the last pick, so they were able to adjust accordingly compared to Asian Arena. I feel like they could have prioritized the first pick better, but it was still smart that they opted for a flex instead.
Yeah, the flex really just tested the predictions coming from both teams, but a hard counter Zed is something that ACO has to face. And to top it all up, we're seeing a Galio top for JLC against Jason top for Gragas. So pretty much a solid lineup, and now this time we're seeing a ban onto Marky, the Saya. I guess they don't want to deal with that anymore.
Yeah, and as you can see, eyes are on the Lee Sin and the Twisted Fate.
So guys, before we go on to the Rift, here is our featured matchup. There you guys have it, our featured matchup of the first match of the second day of the first week of the Bacchus Pro Gaming Series 2017 Summer Split. ACA on the blue side against TME on the red side. Let's see how these two teams will play it out, or will TME have another very clean game?
Yeah, so like I was saying earlier, it's very important that the Lee Sin and the Twisted Fate exert their pressure throughout all the other lanes, because they are the ones who have the playmaking ability for Asian Arena to actually take a game off TME.
As you were saying that, Iconic, I think they will be going for this aggression in the blue side. I mean, look at that. 5-man group up. We did see some 5-man chase in some lane, but right now, Rocks gets spotted. Well, he does see some sprites coming in, but a ward has been placed. Echo picks the gold card, but Rox just walks away with 4 members spotted by a ward.
Yeah. So the reason why they went for that invade is usually you expect the Sejuani to start Raptors together with the Zed and JLC, right? So you'd expect Marky and Rox to actually camp that brush.
Oh wow, a gold card onto Marky and a 2-man Aqua Prison. The aggression from Asian Arena grants the first blood to Sanafla and a kill for Echo.
Yeah, exactly where the gold needs to be, on the jungler and on the mid laner. That will exert global pressure. But one thing to take note of is Echo will be late to lane and he will lose out on a little bit of experience. But then again, like as I was saying, because you will have this Sejuani and Galio start towards the Raptors, you'd expect Marky and Rox to camp that brush, to go for a cheesy play if you will, and then Asian Arena read that so well that they 5-man grouped, and even though they were spotted out, Marky and Rox still stayed in that brush, not assuming that it was warded, and Asian Arena then profits from that play.
Look at the rotations coming from Asian Arena. Already an invasion coming from the jungler. Senavla aims to get the blue buff, really stealing the resources from Coops. Keystone Masters are featured here, and we will be expecting a lot of pressure in the junglers. Look at that, Coops already half down health, does not have enough sustain, but Senavla took the blue buff and makes you approach to the bottom lane. Rox does not go down just yet.
Rox with some fancy footwork right there, but that was a really good gank if they burned their summoners in the initial double kill. But since that didn't happen, it was just an early amount of pressure. We have a lot of action in the bot lane actually. We had the flash and heal burn for Rox and Marky respectively.
Coops flashes over the wall, does get stunned and follows up. Echo goes down, JLC knocks him up. He flashed over JLC, ignoring him, going for Coops. There is the permafrost onto Echo. Coops makes it out alive with JLC, trying to catch a kill onto Echo. Blinking red, here comes Trevor from the mid lane. Jason, however, blocks the victory, but then Echo will be ignited and taken down, giving a kill to Trevor and Jason. Efforts-wise, good job.
That could have been so much better for Asian Arena had Jason not missed his flash. He actually flashed onto the wall, very trying to rival the best flash PH, but then again, had he flashed over, he would have probably landed an auto attack onto Coops, which is all they needed to get Coops.
Wow, Coops just got spotted in the blue side. He was denied a lot of resources, but at least Trevor was able to match the first kill that Echo has. I mean, level 6 not yet so far, but when it comes to experience-wise, I would pretty much lean on to Trevor. He does have the lane advantage.
Yeah, and aside from that, Senavla wasn't anywhere near that fight. It was a smart collapse coming out from Asian Arena, but they overextended. Had they gotten the kill onto Coops, they could have immediately backed away, and then it would have been a 1-for-0, but then it ended up as a 0-for-1 in favor of TME because they overreached, and Trevor was there to punish.
Yeah, I mean, the pressure coming in from the junglers, Senavla and Coops, really on their toes. We did see some resources taken away, but things are really settling down right now for both of these teams. They got the start they wanted, but they have to maintain it, cannot really risk too much.
Yeah, but as you can see, there's already an EXP lead in favor of Coops. But as we mentioned, that Senavla actually hits 4. After Coops takes this, he will also hit 4. But Senavla already looking onto that bottom lane.
Wow, the exhaust is on to Marky. The focus is really onto the bottom lane of TME. Rox gets a revenge kill, but trade-wise, it's so much pressure this time in the second game of match 1.
Yeah, so Senavla, just knowing that TME is very bot-centric in terms of getting Marky accelerated, and knowing that Luxuria and Moraita Boy are very aggressive, they like fighting versus Marky and Rock, so he has been camping them really hard, and it has resulted in 4 kills into the bottom lane.
Yeah, it's like when you see that Marky is going too fast, going to snowball, Senavla is there to slow him down, like slow down a bit, Marky. Give us a chance. But right now, an engage will not happen. The gold card does stand JLC. Goops makes it his approach, but Sanavla won't just bite in.
Yeah, but one thing that I've noticed with TME, they do like running this Sejuani with triple melee, top lane, jungle, and mid laner. And it's very effective with the amount of CC that the Sejuani can actually dish out. And Asian Arena just playing right now to respect it, unlike last game where they were probably caught off guard.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that, as you pointed out, the melee, it really helps Goops stack his permafrost really easy. I mean, because of that, it's going to be difficult for anyone to escape. But as we see right now, TME really zoning out Luxuria, trying to establish more control in the lane. Looking at CS, Marky on 44 compared to Luxuria, 31.
Yeah, even though he is 0-2, he is ahead in terms of CS. And that's usually to be expected, especially when you have a poke lane like Caitlyn together with a Karma. Like, sure, your Nami and Ezreal will push out in the early first few levels, but then it's pretty much mitigated by the amount of poke that Marky has.
It's like the pressure is just too much. I mean, look at the KDA of Luxuria right now, 113. This goes to show how much time Senavla invested in the bottom lane. So what happens here is that Luxuria has to really shape up and really complement and return the favor to Senavla by doing a lot of damage. And right now, we're going to be seeing a 4-man dive gets cut off with a teleport scare from the top lane. Here's Monata Boy taking so much damage. The ace in the hole is not yet up, yet the Peacemaker will be securing the kill with Goops entering the fight a bit too late. The aggression from ACA just backfired. Oh, flash in Arctic Assault. Goops, it kind of resembles the playstyle of JLC aggression. He does not want to fall back just yet.
Yeah, but as you can see, Trevor is already lingering behind the enemy bot lane turret.
Now it's a turntable. Ooh, we can see that. Oh man, Asian Arena, they will be dove so hard. I mean, there's death marks available. Senavla is very low, and there it is, the death mark is up to Senavla without any trouble, gets taken out by Marky. Trevor forced to flash over the wall with Jason joining up to fight. The gold card does connect, but no follow-up from Jason.
Yeah, that was really smart from Trevor, getting value out of his first death mark of the game. Usually that kind of dictates how well your laning phase, how well the rest of the game goes for Zed. If you're that far behind where your death mark doesn't even get the kill, then it's kind of like a wasted opportunity, if you will. Even though he got the kill onto Senavla, he will bring that gold lead back into the mid lane, get it to use mid priority, and then look to match any roam from coming out from Eiko.
And right from that clash in the bottom lane, we're going to be seeing that Trevor will be somewhat of a threat in the mid lane because he has the early Serenity, not to mention a boost of speed. So when Asian Arena will go all in, they have to expect that JLC is not there yet, but at least be careful because we're seeing that not much wards are being invested on the riverside.
Yeah, and one thing that we should talk about right now is how Trevor has 50% kill participation, and he shouldn't have this. Because the only reason he's been getting kills and a kill and an assist is because Asian Arena keep overreaching for these ganks, where they stay too long, they overcommit. Eiko stepped on a trap under turret. Things like these happen, and Trevor has just been cleaning up over Asian Arena, and it's going to be very scary for Eiko to go back into the mid lane.
Yeah, because of the carelessness that Asian Arena did in the bottom lane. Look at Marcus KDA, 2-2-1, just caught up just like that with a 30 CS lead. That is huge, and Luxuria will have to be careful. He did, from the early gold advantage, he just picked up a Tear of the Goddess and a Sheen. Whereas look at Marky, BF Sword and Pickaxe, and now Rocks, really aggressive coming in here. The gold card is up, but he cannot make it out alive. Trevor gets the death mark onto Eiko. Sanawa though is a bit of trouble. Coops, he wanted to land the permafrost, but just didn't make the cut.
Yeah. So again, Trevor will be very scary on this Zed because it does hard counter the Twisted Fate. Even though it can't match in terms of ganking potential because he has a global, he has a lot of kill pressure in the lane, so Eiko is not safe even in his own lane and will lose mid lane priority because of Trevor's wave clear.
And look at this. Asian Arena did all they could in the bottom lane to really shut down Marky, but looking how the playstyle of TME is doing so far, now they're focusing onto Trevor. As you said, when you level up onto level 6 and unlock the death mark, he's gonna be golding, cashing in that death mark.
Yeah, and one thing you have to take note of is the Ezreal spikes slower compared to the Caitlyn, especially in this meta where they haven't nerfed Runans yet for her. It's going to be really scary for Luxuria because the way he's itemizing, it's inefficient compared to a BF Sword and Pickaxe. Because you have a Sheen, you have Tear of the Goddess, but it doesn't give you any good combat stats aside from mana.
When the combat does happen, I think Luxuria cannot even match the damage coming from Marky. But Morita Boy is there for the enchanting support, but it's not enough. As you said, inefficiency, itemization coming from Luxuria.
Yeah, because usually you want your Ezreal to be even in CS by pushing up the first few waves, and it's not happening. Like when he pushes up, Marky and Rox establish a freeze because Morita Boy is off with Zenalb establishing vision control.
Wow, a long range Glacial Prison will not connect onto Morita Boy. He does get slowed, but Coops really wanted an ambitious stun, and now Eiko in a big trouble here. Comes the Deathmark onto Sanabla to dodge the team's Twisted Fate, but the Deathmark will not finish up Sanabla. The Flash Stun will help Trevor get a killing spree. But in the bottom lane, we're going to be seeing Destiny is on you. Eiko is there in the bottom lane. He does not pick up the kill. Instead, gives it to Luxuria. Marky is in big trouble. He cannot get a trade-off with Eiko, finishing him off.
Yeah, so all in all, that was a 2 for 2. Jason actually stopping the teleport of JLC, but loses his life in the process. It's still good because the kills do go on to the AP carry and AD carry of Asian Arena, while the other kills for TME go towards their mid laner and their top laner.
Well, as far as I know, looking at the itemization, 30 minutes into the game, an Infinity Edge already completed for Marky. I mean, you would expect that at this time, the Ezreal would have completed the Trinity Force, but instead went for the Mana Mute.
Yeah, because he wants to have more trading power in the bottom lane. Because if he did opt for the Trinity Force, he would just be out-traded by Marky the entire time. And the Mana Mute also helps it stack faster because you do get the stacks off your auto attacks as well. So he's trying to accelerate his power spikes to be able to match Marky's, because Marky's will be opting for that Runans pretty soon. Just 2,300 gold away from the Runans, and then he will become a team fighting monster. And Luxuria trying to claw his way back into this game.
Oh man, the first turret is not just secured by any team, but we're gonna be seeing Marky was aiming for that first turret, and here it is, guys. The code for the Project Echo. Guess that missing character.
Yeah, it can be a number or it can be a letter, so make sure to try all possible combinations.
3% win rate chance. But that's what you expect if you're going to be winning a really high priority, high price. 250 skin is a big huge. So here comes Coops. Misses his ultimate, and there is Karma for the escape. And now a top lane. Teleport comes in for Jason. The explosive cast goes up onto rocks. He gets taken down with Luxuria picking off Marky.
That was a beautiful collapse coming out from Asian Arena. Coops had a really good engage, but then it was really good for Luxuria to land that arcane shift away, dodging the Glacial Prison, and then they instantly, the TP coming out from Jason going to collapse onto the bottom lane plus Coops.
Coops was trying to make some gameplays there, but missing that ultimate was such a huge setback for him and gave Asian Arena that room to respawn. But right now we're going to be Trevor going in for Morita Boy, but he does flash away, but not enough. Sevnavla still picks him off with a shot down bounty. Permafrost connects on to Sevnavla. Coops is there, and so is his support. Rox is making his way. A flash burn on the Coops. He overcommits! Eiko comes in from the mid lane.
Yeah, again, Coops, it looks like the tables have turned, where TME are now the ones overreaching and overstepping. Coop's flashing in with no mana whatsoever, just trying to get a permafrost, but only he could proc it. Only he was the melee person in that area. So I don't know. Coop's being way too over aggressive.
Way too aggressive and bit too ambitious. He was really eyeing for some kills. But right now, Asian Arena is looking really solid in terms of rotations. Marky is still focusing on the Luxuria, but the pressure from the mid lane. Echo is there, same as Anavla again. Rox cannot just catch a break, and the gold card will connect, and the burst from Echo will give him another kill.
Yeah, Rox had really fancy footwork, dodging the Tempest and Cripple coming out from Zenavla, but still wasn't. You can't dodge a gold card. So Rox getting caught, and they give up first turret towards Asian Arena.
Wow, Asian Arena looks so solid right now in terms of rotation, objective-wise. They got the Cloud Trade, they got the first turret. Not to mention the early lead on Echo and Zenabla really helped shut down that bottom lane.
Yeah, and look at how Kups and Trevor are still lingering over this mid tier 1 outer turret. So again, they're looking for something to even the loss of the bot lane turret, but looks like they're gonna hover towards that mid lane again after Trevor gets mid lane priority.
Ooh, 17 minutes and 20 seconds into the game. Intense so far. Asian Arena fighting back strong against Team Manila Eagles. They do not want to give them an easy time or get even a clean game in the second day.
I just realized that it's the battle of the Pulsefire skins. It's between the Pulsefire Caitlyn and the Pulsefire Ezreal. So we will see which skin is actually
the better
skin. The better skin, I guess.
Or when you stick to the trailer of the skin, Ezreal died. So
let's hope this will be on Luxuria to prove the video wrong.
Yes.
And prove that he will not be apprehended by the Time Sheriff. But as you can see, very standard play coming out from Asian Arena. When they take your bottom turret, they immediately opt for a lane swap, moving their AD carry towards the top lane. Marky has to rotate towards the mid lane because this will be the fight for mid priority now. Because it will open up Rift Herald, it will open up Dragon, it will also open up mid tier 1. So Echo has to stay there to wave clear because he has the most wave clear in the Asian Arena team.
So much pressure on Echo. And to top it all off, we're going to be seeing Marky running a Berserker Greaves instead of a Ninja Tabi expected. But I think he would have wanted a Ninja Tabi against an Ezreal.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's a lot of mixed damage coming out from Asian Arena. Looks like the Asian Arena will concede their mid lane outer turret for free. Like, what you have to, it begs the question, what are they going to do in response to giving that turret for free? Like, their decision making is kind of off with that decision.
So we're gonna be seeing caught up on a teleport. Trevor did not see that coming. Death mark for an attempted kill onto Zenabla. He does flash away. Hero enters is up, and he does make the jukes onto Zenabla. The outplays, but all forth a shape. Echo is there from the mid lane. He cannot land a kill. Very close indeed with leaving the top lane. JLC defend for himself. Trevor says thank you so much.
Yeah, Echo leaving Trevor for dead. Lives with a sliver of HP. Might even come back to win this 2v2.
Trevor can actually get a double kill here. But the tidal wave just spots him. There's a gold card set up just in case. Trevor is in big trouble. He goes away thanks to the shadows.
Yeah, but Echo being a little careless, leaving Trevor for dead. But his damage calculations were a little off. Maybe didn't expect that he didn't have enough damage. Maybe didn't spot out the null magic mantle coming out from Trevor. So a little misplay coming out from Asian Arena, and a beautiful outplay coming out from Trevor as well. Having that death mark shadow, as you can see, Jason goes on to Trevor right there because they do have vision of him. But Trevor, holding on to his death mark for the last moment, expects the kick, lands his death mark. As you can see, they do commit. He flashes out. The ultimate comes out from Galio. But then the moment Zenabla throws his Q, he ults back into his shadow and gets the kill onto the Lee Sin.
Wow. And here we did see that he was chugging out his potion, and the help with the red buff was able to regenerate enough health for him to survive that burst coming from the Twisted Fate.
So a lot of micro decisions coming out.
Deja vu is happening in the bottom lane, but this time Senabla cannot catch her break. Now Jason is going to be trying to duel the mid laner of TME. Trevor has some help. The Glacial Pressure does miss, and here comes Rox with an assist and leaving Jason alone for dead. Maybe not, he does leave the lane with a slither of health, and here comes Destiny aiming for Trevor. The gold card does land on the Coops instead, but Marita Boy will be getting a kill, perhaps not so close. GLC is coming from the top lane. This is an extended team fight that ACA should not have started. Eiko cannot escape giving a kill to Marky.
Yeah, they already had the Destiny. They knew where the 5 members of TME were, yet they still chose to go in. And TME, again, the story of this game so far is just a lot of greediness and a lot of overreaching coming out from both teams.
Albert's up. Jason is there to tank it, but will Luxuria deal enough damage? GLC is there to at least block some projectiles. We can does see Zanavla goes in, and there's the hero's entrance for the damage reduction. Zanavla goes down by JLC. He is making his approach, does land the taunt onto Zanavla. Some basic attacks here and there. Luxuria is dominating. He does get a double kill. Will he make it a triple? And no, it gets denied by Marky.
So close coming out from Luxuria. He could have gotten that triple kill had he landed his Qs onto Marky instead of...
But he still got a double kill.
Yeah, he still got a double kill. Hashtag work. But again, the tale of this game is just a lot of overreaching from both sides. And it's just whoever can punish harder. Whoever can take more objectives after a certain team actually overreaches.
In the mid lane, it's well established that the pressure is on the TME, but here is the replay. What happened in the bottom lane?
So as you can see, all of TME is actually looking to collapse. Morita Boy almost getting the kill onto Trevor, but Marky gets the clutch heal, and then you can see Eiko just stuck in between three enemy members, and then Morita Boy getting creep block, has to burn a flash, gets killed as well in the process. But then Luxuria was so far, he was at the top lane, then had to walk all the way into the bottom lane. Then as you can see, they want more blood, so Jason goes in, gets CC chained forever, doesn't actually land a lot of abilities as well, but Luxuria being able to get his Muramana damage out. Note that in this fight he already has his Muramana, that's why he's confident in taking these fights. He lands these auto attacks, he arcane shifts away, but a little too late.
Oh, a flash was also burned, but the summon I love iconic. What happened?
So like, had the arcane shift landed earlier, it would have been a better kill for them.
Ah man, it's these mistakes that Asian Arena keeps overcommitting. Why though? I'm pretty sure they're pretty furious about the first game. I mean, that game just dictated how strong Marky was in the bottom lane. But right now, they just completely shut him down. Asian Arena, they did their homework. They know who to target and shut out. They did it so far, but can they maintain it? Overcommitting to a team fight is really disastrous, and that's what happened to Morita Boy. Gets caught by the members of TME in an extended team fight in a narrow pass. A dream for Marky, but also a dream for Senava to land a 3-man knockup with a Dragon Rage. And here comes a 2-team engage coming from Eiko, with Trevor from the backline goes in to assassinate Eiko, leaving Luxuria alone. Trevor might look for some revenge, and the ace in the hole for the double kill. Trevor is really mad at Luxuria right now.
So as you can see, Morita Boy got caught out by TME. I don't know what he was doing by that banana brush. And again, caught out of position. Sure, Zenavlog had a beautiful kick, but then it still wasn't good enough to actually turn the tides. Luxuria wasn't there as well. And I don't know, TME just tend to collapse faster compared to Asian Arena.
Their engages are clean in a way that when they start a fight, they know how to end it. Whereas ACA, when they start a fight, they panic, they don't know how to end it. But Luxuria has to be there all the time. We did see that Trevor was able to zone out Luxuria, and look at that.
Especially with these kinds of compositions, you need both carries to be present in the fight because there are only 2 carries per team while they have...
Oh wow, Luxuria is very mad right now. The aggression, he is not letting them recall.
Yeah, wanting to prove that he is the better AD carry in this matchup. And you can just see, this is a very, very familiar sight.
Oh no. Should you start a Baron? This might cost the game from ACA. The inhibitor is exposed and the minion wave is on the favor of TME. This is really dangerous. JS looking for the right time. Zenabla goes over the wall to kick Coops towards the Baron. And Zenabla can't even go back. That is a mistake. And with JLC left in the Baron, he is wreaking havoc. And now Jason's left to death. Zenabla made a huge mistake.
Again, Naga, it reminds me of what we used to see back in the previous splits. Naga Baron throws. I think Luxuria has carried that over to Asian Arena and it's now Asian Baron throws.
I don't know what happened there. Why did Zenabla go over the wall to kick the jungler Coops towards the Baron? It's like, hey, take the Baron.
But yeah, Coops is way too
boldly.
tanky. Was smited Baron to be able to get HP, and then aside from that, Zenabla missing both of his Sonic strikes. There was a blast cone right there, but then he chose not to get it. So again, a lot of decision making, micro decisions that are
in a way he choked.
Yeah, that are screwing over Asian Arena.
He choked so hard in the Baron pit, and that's the mistake. The blast cone was present. I don't know why he used it to go back. You can see in the replay that he was desperate to really go back.
Because they had the decision there from Asian Arena was to kill Coops the moment they kick Coops in so that they can secure the Baron. But the thing is, they overcommitted on that, and it just spells defeat right now because they do have Baron priority if ever TME goes for it.
Really, that was very weird coming from Zenabla. Very huge mistake, causing them that Baron. Not yet, but at least it destroyed what they wanted to start. So TME looking pretty sharp. They did not panic when Coops was over the Baron pit. Really, he was a tanky beast.
Yeah, and especially in that fight, Luxuria had no mana, and the collapse coming in from TME onto the Asian Arena was just way too good. And Moraita boy keeps getting caught out.
Getting caught. Trevor on a killing spree. Very mobile Zed. And now Asian Arena had a good start.
Again, this is what I said. They do have Baron priority because they have established vision control. And Asian Arena will be forced to face check. They will be forced to get picked off one by one. And this could be the end for TME.
Oh, Jason gets taken
for Asian
down.
Arena.
This is bad trouble. Zenabla forced to back away. Now the Baron is left open. 2 members of ACA down. TME making their approach to the Baron pit.
But yeah, the moment you have Baron priority and you have the vision control, you have 2 choices. You can rush the Baron and then turn, or go establish a pick first and then take the Baron for free.
Oh boy, Destiny is up. Echo just spotting them out, just looking at them from afar. But Rox just wants to have a closer look at them, tries to make an advance.
Yeah, but it's scary now for Asian Arena because Marky is crazy strong, 3 items strong, and you can't even lock him down with crowd control anymore. One thing to take note of is Asian Arena doesn't have that much hard crowd control aside from the gold card and the bubble. Like, all they have are knock-ups, knockbacks, and slows. And then the stun coming out from the gold card. So, right now, you can just expect Marky to go wild, destroy Asian Arena with his super repositioning capabilities with that Mercurial Scimitar.
And his itemization is painful, but also for Luxuria. But it's the fact that Luxuria does not have the luxury to have that ease of space in a way that he cannot really position himself properly because there is Trevor and Coops for the front line.
But yeah, like how the game has been going so far, it's been very we can't say that it's very one-sided. It's been
Back and forth in a way.
Yeah, a back and forth seesawing, if you will, and then looks like TME just got the better end of the stick. Like, they didn't win through, they're not winning through sheer macro. It's a lot of micro outplays coming out from TME and a lot of micro mistakes coming out from Asian Arena. I'd like to highlight as well that Trevor has been playing superb Like again, those 2 kills at the start of the game. I mean the kill and the assist suddenly turned him into a monster and just made Aiko's life a living hell in the mid lane.
So right now TME aiming to direct that inhibitor, the first inhibitor of the game. But we can see that Trevor is in the bottom lane offering another pressure. Look at the damage come from Luxuria, almost down. Rocks takes in too much hits, forced to back away.
Yeah, but the 4-1 coming out from TME is just way too strong. Trevor again doing a superb job. Aiko cannot deal with him, and Trevor will solo kill him the moment he gets an opportunity and just split push all the way into Asian Arena's Nexus.
Oh no, here it comes. The 1v1 is not a good idea when you know JLC is on a Galio. Hero's entrance is up, and now he is stacking a lot of damage. Here comes Redemption. Just not enough. That's not a close call, but right now Marky is over the base, looking for the right hand to strike. Luxuria goes in for 1v1. Faced a huge price with his life, and for the flank side, Marky's positioning is on point. He pumps the Skimitar for the speed boost, but you gotta hand it to Trevor, really baiting the team fight.
Yeah, Asian Arena were going to bleed out with how TME were playing it, so they had to commit to a play. And that play was committing to Trevor, but then JLC responds to Trevor, saves Trevor, and then they collapse onto Asian Arena. It was very methodical coming out from Asian Arena, from TME onto Asian Arena.
Yeah, TME just really, the microplay as you said, one step ahead, and not to mention Asian Arena had many small mistakes, not to mention crucial points when the Baron they choked so hard.
Yeah, Asian, it's a new term probably for this split, Asian Baron throw. You know, stemming from the Naga days of Luxuria.
So guys, there you have it. That was the first match concluding with Team Manila Eagles sweeping the floor 2-0, grants them another 3 points.
Yeah, so again, the goal difference is actually crazy high. As you can see, only Coops, actually Rox was even had more gold than Coops in that game. So as you can see, just the difference in like the player versus player matchup, the difference is huge.
Wow.
The amount of damage by Marky as well
Right?
during that entire game.
Yeah, right now in the summer split, TME is a team you have to watch out for, and you gotta study that team in a way that you do not give any advantage towards it. I mean, from first day to second day, another sweep. This means something. The roster changes just made it to show that TME is stronger than ever.
But yeah, Twisted Fate, the Lee Sin didn't work out for Asian Arena, and Trevor just mopped the floor with them.
They did have the early lead, but they couldn't maintain, and Marky still just farmed it all up, caught up from the very bad start, not to mention also for Trevor. So guys, there you have it. That concludes the first match with TME sweeping with a 2-0. Don't go away. We have our next match, which is very interesting to see, would be Jengski Esports versus AEX. Yes, thank you for that, Iconic. So to sum it all up, we'll be back after a short break. We have been your Shoutcasters. I am Vulcan, and joining with me was my co-caster, Iconic. See you in the game between Jengski Esports versus AEX. Time Zenabla goes over the wall to kick Coops towards the Baron, and Zenabla can't even go back. That is a mistake, and with JLC left in the Baron, he is wreaking havoc, and now Jason's left to dead. Zenabla made a huge mistake. Oh no, here it comes. The 1v1 is not a good idea when you know JLC is on a Galio. Hero's entrance is up, and now he is tagging a lot of damage. Here comes Redemption. Just not enough. That's not a close call, but right now Marky is over the base, looking for the right hand strike. Luxuria goes in for 1v1, faced a huge price with his life, and for the flank side, Marky's positioning is on point. He pumps the Skimitar for the speed boost, but you gotta hand it.
Responds to Trevor, saves Trevor, and then they collapse onto Asian Arena. It was very methodical coming out from Asian Arena, from TME. Onto Asian Arena.
Yeah, TME just really, the microplay as you said, one step ahead, and not to mention